Welcome back, Wrestling WWE fans. Tonight, we dive into a moment that shook the very foundations of the bloodline, a saga that has dominated our screens and hearts for years. The tension has been simmering, the glances loaded with silent judgment, and the whispers of dissent growing louder with every SmackDown. WWE Raw became the stage where history was written, secrets were unveiled, and trust was shattered. The bloodline, led by the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, has been more than a faction. It has been a dynasty, a statement of dominance and unity. For years, the Reigns family has projected power, their bonds seemingly unbreakable, their presence in WWE the stuff of legends. But power comes with a price, and sometimes that price is invisible until it explodes into the open. Roman Reigns has carried not only championships but expectations. Each step he takes in the ring echoes the legacy of his family, the weight of their names, and the eyes of fans who have followed this journey since the early days of the Usos and before. Behind the bright lights, backstage, and in whispered conversations, pressure has always been present, an unspoken force shaping every decision. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. Jey and Jimmy Uso have been more than partners in crime. They have been sons, nephews, and anchors to Roman's reign. Loyalty is not just a word in the bloodline, it is a sacred code. But the deeper you dig into their history, the more you find moments of doubt, hesitation, and subtle tension. Every handshake, every nod in the ring carried with it unspoken questions about hierarchy, trust, and respect. Solo Sikoa has been the newest blood, the rising force carrying the weight of the family name. His loyalty has been unwavering, but even he is not immune to the dynamics that swirl beneath the surface. Every match, every promo, every angle has slowly built him into a critical pillar, one that could either support or topple the throne that Roman has so carefully constructed. We have seen countless betrayals in WWE, but the bloodline has always appeared immune. Their storylines, their feuds, and their victories painted a picture of unity and indestructible loyalty. Fans bought into the myth, and backstage narratives whispered only admiration for the cohesion and strength of this family unit. Yet, tension is a quiet predator. It lurks in silences, in the subtle exchanges before matches, in the private moments where ambition and fear collide. Over time, small cracks formed in the seemingly flawless armor of the bloodline. The question became not if, but when these cracks would explode into chaos. The stage for tonight was Raw, the night when anticipation met reality. Fans were buzzing, theories circulating on social media, speculation reaching a fever pitch. Could Roman Reigns' dominance finally be challenged from within? Was this the night that the story would pivot from supremacy to scandal? Every camera angle, every reaction shot carried weight, because tonight's revelations were about to redefine the family. The tension reached a boiling point as Roman entered the arena, his gaze scanning the crowd with a mix of authority and wariness. Every member of the bloodline followed, their expressions carefully measured. Loyalty, after all, is performative until it isn't. The atmosphere crackled with expectation, as if the WWE Universe collectively held its breath. Roman spoke, his words dripping with command, addressing the importance of family, unity, and strength. He reinforced the narrative fans had come to love, the invincibility of the bloodline, the sacredness of their bond. But behind the eloquence, there was an edge, a silent acknowledgement that trust is fragile and the veneer of perfection is often thin. And then, the unthinkable happened. The lights dimmed, a figure stepped forward, and the masks that had hidden the newest members of this new shield were removed. Gasps echoed through the arena. The WWE world was witnessing an unmasking that no one expected, revealing faces that carried histories, rivalries, and hidden agendas. Shockwaves rippled through the locker room and beyond. The reveal itself was stunning. Not only were new identities exposed, but the expressions of Roman and his cousins reflected disbelief, betrayal, and raw emotion. The balance of power that had been carefully cultivated was disrupted in an instant. For fans, it was a moment of awe. For the family, it was a fracture that could not easily be repaired. Solo Sikoa, whose loyalty had seemed unshakable, was the first to act. In a shocking turn, he attacked one of the new members mid-celebration. The arena erupted, chairs rattled, referees scrambled, and the scripted order of WWE chaos felt organic, violent, and deeply personal. The Bloodline's legacy was no longer just about dominance, it was about survival, trust, and the consequences of betrayal. The aftermath was immediate. Roman's face was a mask of controlled fury, Jimmy and Jay exchanged looks of confusion and concern, and the new members reeled from both the attack and the sudden unraveling of their introduction. Every backstage camera captured fragments of panic, whispered orders, and the scrambling of WWE officials to contain the moment. Social media